Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. This is my current 50 collection. I might have one more 50 now that I think about it. I think I have another older Konica Minolta that I picked up at a flea market for $9 or something. I think it's in the drawer over there. It needs some work. I couldn't pass it up $10. Anyways, I may use it. I'd like to start teaching myself how to disassemble and clean lenses. In other words, I'd like to disassemble the internals of a lens and learn how to clean out haze and fog and fungus and things like that, which in turn allows you to buy or get good deals on lenses that don't sell for as much because they've got those problems and people don't want to have to send them off to be cleaned because it's an additional bill. It is possible to do that yourself if you're somewhat technically inclined and you're willing to invest in the tools and if you have an interest in it, which I do. So anyways, this is the GX8 and it has my Konica Minolta 50. This is the f1.7 if memory serves. Yes, f1.7. So that's the Minolta MD 50mm f1.7. Really nice lens, which you can get for probably under $50 if you're probably closer to 30 or 40. A lot of the older lenses are getting really popular now with the advent of mirrorless and their ability to use just about any lens out there. So the prices you used to be able to get things for may be rising. You just have to shop more for a deal. This is one of my pride and joys. I love this thing. The Nikon SC 50mm. It says on the lens, it says Nikon SC Auto 1 to 1.4 50mm. This is a 1962 or thereabouts, made in Japan. The whole thing is metal. The focus ring on here is a scalloped metal focus ring. It's very smooth. And I bought a newer lens cap for it. I think I got that off eBay for $1 or $2. So that's the 50 SC f1.4. Here's the new one that you just saw me unbox, as it were. I picked this up used for a couple $100 Canadian, 200 Canadian. And if I take the back cap off so you can see apples to apples here, there's the two of them there. And this 50 is smaller. Even the optics in it, the diameter of the optics is smaller. Maybe not so much the front, but the rear optic looks smaller to my eye. Obviously the big difference being this is an AFD, so it's an autofocus lens. Won't work on a 3000 or 5000 series body, but it is an autofocus lens. I'm not sure. I think if you were to look at reviews and specs, they would say that the AFD is sharper, wide open. I mean, the reason you buy an f1.4 lens or any fast lens is to use it at what it's rated for. Or if you weren't concerned with that, then you wouldn't buy it. You would buy something slower that's less money but still performs well. So I'm always concerned, like if I'm going to buy an f1.4 lens, I want to know how it shoots at f1.4. So I'm going to be comparing these two, the 50 AFD at f1.4 and the old SC, which actually I've been taking some photos with it and it's quite nice. The SC will work on non-motor drive bodies, so the reverse of this in the sense that this will fit on all of them, it just won't autofocus on a 3000 or 5000. The SC will only fit and only mount to a 3000 or 5000 series body like the 5500 or the 3400 because the older mount on here, the SC, will interfere with and could damage the interface of the bodies that have motor drives like the 7200 and above. So any of the 7000 series and all the full frame cameras that have motor drives. This is not a fair comparison here size wise. I should take this off. This has my Photo C micro four thirds adapter on it. So this is the 50 f1.2 and you can see quite a difference in the size of the front element and even the rear element. And I love this thing. I may just have to save some pennies up and buy one of these brand new just so I can own the brand new one. What tickles me so much about the 50mm f1.2 AIS is well, first of all, you just can't help but chuckle and smile when you see such a huge hunk of glass there, in the sense of what this is capable of at f1.2. I mean, that is a massive set of optics for a 50mm. And you can literally almost see in the dark with this lens. But then beyond that, this is an AIS, and it's an all metal body. It has a clickable aperture ring. You can hear it click there. So it's very nice to be able to go back to, without pushing buttons, to change your aperture with the ring. Nice to use as a video lens for that too, with an adapter like I've been using it on, like I have the Minolta on the GX8 here. And then this 50 f1.2 AIS is probably the smoothest focusing lens I have ever had in my hands. The focus ring on here is so buttery smooth and has such a nice tactile feel, and the build quality, there is no sloppiness in this at all. The build quality, the fit and finish on this lens is a thing of beauty. It's all metal, a little bit of rubber on the outside for the focus ring. Just a beautifully made lens. So currently we have, I might do some shooting with the Minolta just to show you what it does, but I'm more interested in the fast guys here. So we've got the SC f1.4, the AFD f1.4, and the f1.2 AIS. So I actually want to get in an f1.4 AIS just to see if the build quality is comparable, other than the fact that it's slower. That's obviously a given. I'd like to get the f1.4 in and just see if it's built the same way, if it's as buttery smooth and whatnot. I suspect it is. I'm going to probably get one of those too. Maybe this is becoming a new problem for me, collecting 50s. Anyways, I'm going to be shooting all of these lenses on various bodies over the coming months. We have the 3400 in right now, the 7200. I've already done some shots with the 610. You've seen that. We're going to be shooting it on the GX8 via an adapter. I like these Photocy dumb adapters, as you call them. No electronics, just allows you to pair it up. And all of these lenses have aperture rings, so it makes it very easy to do that, to adjust the aperture. Something you couldn't do on an AFS lens without a more expensive adapter. We'll also be shooting it on the G85, which is what I'm filming this with right now. And I'm hoping to get the A6300 in shortly, so we'll shoot some of these guys I have around here somewhere. A Photocy adapter to Sony, so a Sony I guess it's an E-mount to a Nikon adapter that way. So if you have any questions about them, any of the new stable, I was going to say trifecta, but I've got 4 here right now, leave them in the comments below. We can discuss it. If you have shot any of these or own any of these, let me know what you think. Let me know what your current 50 is. And if there's anything you'd like to see one of these shot on or whatnot, basically any questions you have about these, let me know. I'm always happy to talk 50s. I love 50s on APS-C or DX bodies. So, the Canons like the T6i and the 70D, the 80D, the 7D, all the crop sensor Canons, APS-C. Nikon calls it DX, but again, it's a 1.5 on Canon, it's a 1.6 crop. The 50 then becomes, 75, which is very close to an 85 millimeter. On the Canon, it's actually with the 1.6 crops, but 78, 79 millimeters, so even closer. And that's why I like them so much. On a full frame, they're a little bit boring for me. They're too normal. So I actually like the 85 on a full frame. But these guys are great deals to get a fast lens and a great optic on an APS-C body, which is why I was doing the whole thought process on which one to pair up with an APS-C body to get a nice value-priced, high-performing portrait kit. So again, leave any questions, comments below. We'll have a chat on 50s. I'll put some links below. You can check out any of these on Amazon. This one may be hard to find on Amazon, as might the Minolta, although you'd be amazed what shows up on Amazon these days. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.